Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for June 2024. I almost just said 2017 for some reason, so you might want to look back on your life in 2017 or around that time. You have this orbiting space card. It says something or someone is orbiting you, wanting to make their presence known. You have this temptation card. It says what is tempting you at this moment may not be a wise choice. So let's see definitely what that is, but for the month of June. I actually feel like June's going to be a good month for you, but, we'll definitely see what comes up here. You have the Eight of Cups, the Sun, and the Six of Swords. Whenever I get this, to me, this kind of looks like you are protecting your happiness, or you're trying to create more happiness in your life, or you're trying to find more happiness in your life in some way. And yeah, damn, looks pretty good already here, Pisces, but... I kind of feel this energy of like protecting your happiness or something. I definitely feel that there could be a person who's like orbiting you with that orbiting space card there. There could be a new person who's coming towards you. You have the Four of Wands as your center card. The center card is the most important card in a 9-card spread, and it definitely can represent marriage. But you start with this Eight of Cups here, and I don't know. I feel like you're leaving things behind that just kind of take up too much time, really, in a lot of ways. So, I do feel this. You have Saturn in Pisces, and, with Saturn in Pisces, I think Pisces needs to be, very protective of their time and the things that they do. So, again, make sure you're not giving your time to things that aren't worth it. Make sure you're, only giving your time to things that provide something for you, really. You have the Sun. The Sun is a card of happiness and joy and, positive energy coming in for you. So, best card in the tarot. I think that there could be a lot of happiness coming in for you. I do feel like you are trying to protect your feelings or your happiness. I also feel like if you're making any changes, by the way, like now, I'm doing this video in May, and you're probably watching this video in May as well. So if you're watching this in May, when I put it out, then I kind of feel like it's like whatever change you're about to make is what I feel like saying is going to make you very happy. So I don't know, maybe you're about to make a change in May, and it could be any type of change, but I think it's going to lead to a lot of joy and happiness with the Sun card. I also kind of sometimes I feel that the Sun can be like a slight edge, it just basically says you're getting just like a little extra energy that's maybe motivating you or leading to success in your life. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords moving on to calmer shores or heading towards improvements, and I do feel like you are heading towards calmer shores here. I'm getting another weird message. You go up to the King of Cups here, which is you, Pisces, and he is sitting in choppy waters. But, what's kind of interesting is I feel, number one, really good about this, and number two, I feel like it's saying that you are about to, like, set yourself apart in a way that no one will be able to keep up with. Like, I feel like some of you could be, like, if you're starting a business, for example, or a career, you could be making yourself so unique, or you're doing something so different that like no one can touch you. And I get that feeling here. Like, so if you're doing anything different or new, or if you have new ideas, I would like go for it. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be inconsistent energy. I kind of feel like you're like Teflon here, Pisces. I feel like you have a non-stick surface now. So if anyone tries to come towards you and they have the slightest hint of inconsistency, I feel like you're just going to shed this person right off. So, again, there could be a person who's like wanting to come into your life. And, for some of you, I feel like you're going to like tell this person, like either you want me or you don't and get lost. Like very matter of fact energy. Cause again, it looks to me like you're protecting your time. For others, I feel like you'll just pull a Pisces and you'll just completely disappear. Right. So there you go. With the Sun, you have the Magician. Definitely, you are protecting your happiness. Like I said, the Magician manifests off of his happiness, joy, all those things. He has these flowers in front of him, and it literally represents the fact that he understands that to manifest, he has to focus on exactly what he wants, and he has to focus on the good stuff. He's also the card of reinvention. And again, I get this weird message here, going this way mostly, that it's like you're doing something where you're putting yourself in a position, like he's in the choppy waters, the King of Cups, but he's perfectly fine. And it's almost like you are putting yourself in a position where, again, I'm not saying you're putting yourself in a dangerous position. That's not what I'm saying. But it's almost like you're doing something in work or business or whatever you create where it's like you're protected because no one can handle like the chaos that's around you, the choppy waters, right? And so I hope it makes sense. Probably not. With the Six of Swords, you have the Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're in this like very matter-of-fact energy, like I said, in love. There definitely could be new love coming in for you here. I kind of feel like some of you might have like multiple people that are interested in you. And again, if someone is like inconsistent, I think you're going to just chop that right out. If someone commits and they're putting in the work, then I think you'll allow that as well. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Call of the Muse card and this Ears Wide Open card. So definitely listen up at this time. That Ears Wide Open card can say that there are things that are being said that aren't being said. So it's kind of a card of needing to read between the lines, needing to trust your intuition, needing to listen to what's not being said just as much as what is being said, and really needing to pay attention to the details. It looks to me like you could be discovering an opportunity if you like listen for it. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. So like I said, what's not being said is just as important as what is being said, and I would pay attention. The Call of the Muse card says you could be finding something that motivates you to action or helps you create in the world, and I definitely see that here. You have the Two of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Two of Wands is about leaving a comfort zone. He's standing at the top of this castle, and he has the whole world in his hands, but he needs to leave the castle. He needs to take the lead and go make something happen in his life. He needs to, he needs to be bold, assertive, kind of really make things happen. Like his village is right here, which is his comfort zone, and he is thinking that he has accomplished everything that he can accomplish, but he has the whole world in his hands. So if he just left the comfort zone, he would find that there's a lot more that he could be doing. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, the card of marriage. Some of you definitely could be attracting a new person. Could be an earth sign. You have the Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles here. Could be any sign, general reading. But, the Four of Wands is a card of marriage. It's also a card of setting yourself free. So if you want love, like I said, there could be a commitment. It just feels like a commitment to me, not necessarily marriage. I think it'll make you happy. You have the Sun here. So if you're meeting a new person who's serious, then, I think this could be good for you. But this could be anything else. You could be committing to the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy. I definitely think that Pisces is one of the signs that will be very focused on building and leaving a legacy. You have this Queen card at the end. It says love and prosperity on it. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. It is love and prosperity. It is abundance. It is, all the things you want together. So I really do feel you are kind of like stepping up in this energy of kind of creating everything you want. Again, this is a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. Ten of Pentacles can happen overnight because it can represent an inheritance, but, again, not all of you are receiving an inheritance, obviously, so this could be something that you're working towards or that you're going to be building for a while. So this could be a business, new life, pretty much anything. With the Two of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, there's definitely, like, new love, especially, if you're, like, traveling, moving, if you're just getting out of the house, that could be, like, a move for Pisces, right? Get your ass out of the house. That's probably where you're going to get love offers. I definitely feel there could be a really solid offer coming in for you here with the Ace of Cups. With the Four of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice, having more than enough options to choose from. And so, again, I do feel like people are probably very attracted to you at this time, Pisces. I mean, it's time for Pisces to shine, as I always say. So, not just in love. I think that there is a lot of opportunity for Pisces to get a ton of attention on whatever it is that they want to work on, if you put in the work. Again, you have Saturn in your first house in Pisces, so, Saturn in your first house basically says if you get your ass moving, then you can have whatever you want. And, as long as you're putting in the work and getting attention, you will be successful. But, again, you have to, manifest a dream with the Seven of Cups. He's thinking about all the good things and bad things in those cups, but, he's kind of, dreaming of one big idea or something that he wants. But he's thinking all the good stuff and bad stuff instead of actually making it happen. I would also, I would be careful of a past person if you had one that was a person who was inconsistent or in and out or something like that. It's, kind of funny how it's popping into my head, but it's they could be coming back in. But I feel like what you're noticing is that they're still just half-assing it. It's they're still not putting their whole, energy into something. And I feel like they'll always be inconsistent. So I wouldn't even entertain it here. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a big victory or a big win. Yeah, I think this is what you need to focus on here, is that you're leveling up big time. And, that's all I would focus on here. Again, there's no need to go dumpster diving here with, for a person, for example, right? It's you're leveling up. So, don't lower your standards is what I feel like this is saying for some reason. I also feel that whatever the heck you're working on is clearly going to be very successful. And again, I would take advantage of it. I would create as much momentum as you possibly can this year, because who the hell knows what's going to happen by the fall. It could get wet and wild, right? So I would be trying to create as much momentum as you possibly can in the good stuff. Whatever good things are going for you, double down on those things. Look for ways to expand those things. And people always ask me how. I'm like, I don't know. I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're doing. Go do some research. Read a book. I'm sorry no one ever taught you this in school, but they didn't. In school, they taught you read this book and then repeat it and regurgitate it on a piece of paper. That's not real life, right? So you have to educate yourself and learn about whatever you're doing and figure out how to expand it. So that's what I would do here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this beware of who you trust card in this Queen card. It says love and prosperity on it. I kind of feel that some of you could be seeing the truth of a person. This could just be I don't think it's love or anything. This feels more like work or a person you work with, or, like a friend or something like that you haven't been talking to. It's kind of weird. I feel like you've been avoiding a person almost. For some of you, this isn't going to be for all of you, but it's almost like you've been avoiding a person, like a friend or, a person you work with or something. And I feel like they're going to show their true colors this month. So you might be being proven right that, a person is not a good person. I don't know. It could just be like a little bit of a, like a pat on the back, or I don't know what, like a little bit of vindication for you. Like if you've been telling people we shouldn't trust this person and all this other stuff, but they're like, oh no, this person's great. You might be being kind of vindicated here is what I feel. It's almost like you're being proven right on a person. Who you do not trust. I would also, of course, beware of who you trust here. It looks to me like you have, some of you, again, I don't feel this for all of you, but for some of you, it looks to me like there might be multiple options in love. And as I've been saying to you all year, Pisces, I would definitely pay attention to the evidence. It's like if you have a lot of options and it's like one person seems inconsistent and maybe the evidence they're giving you is that they're inconsistent, then they're inconsistent. Find another person. Don't just be with a person so you're not alone. You have the King of Cups. Again, I feel like this is you showing up in a very strong position. Whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from the reading. You have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there's a person who actually wants to plant seeds with you. This is coming up in the good stuff. And normally the Knight of Pentacles, would represent no progress. But in the area of the good stuff, it kind of suggests that there could be a person who wants to put the work in. There could be a person who really wants to create forward progress, or who wants to plant seeds, who wants to grow with you. It might move a little bit slowly, but at the same time, it's not slow as in this person is completely wasting your time, right? It's more like, they're just one foot in front of the other. They're, it might be a Taurus, right? With the King of Pentacles. So you might be attracting a Taurus or a water sign. Could also be a Leo as well. But, again, it doesn't really matter what it is, but it strikes me as a one foot in front of the other type of person. They're not making these big leaps, but it is progressing. And I think that's the difference here. Again, pay attention to the evidence. Is it moving forward? Is there natural progression to what's going on here? If the answer is yes, then keep going. And as long as they're a good person, right? So that's what I would do here. But I kind of feel like, that's what's going on with this King of Pentacles. I also feel like you could be creating a lot of abundance with the King of Pentacles. So, again, I do feel a lot of abundance in this reading. But again, this is something you're gonna have to work for. I don't want any comments being like, I'm not making abundance, but I still work at Chuck E. Cheese. It's like, well, we all have to start somewhere. I totally get it, but you need to do something else, right? I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this. With the King of Cups, you have the Fool. Time for you to take a leap of faith. So I feel like you're taking leap of faith. You know what this is, Pisces? I know what this is. This is your pure intentions. I feel like you're starting to live a life of purity. He's got this rose back here, and that white rose just represents purity. And what I mean by purity is your truth. You can still be naughty if you want to, Pisces, but I feel like you are more living your truth. And I know most of you are secretly naughty. I am also a Pisces, right? Although I am very good. And I don't do bad things, right? But what I would say here is that I feel for a lot of you that there could be kind of more pure intentions, or the reason you're doing things in your life and everything is because it's more coming from your heart. And again, I kind of get this purity message. I don't know, kind of weird. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. I think that also, again, like I said, there's a lot of options for you. And I do feel you will move away from someone if they're like too slow. If they're like if you start to notice something weird. Again, I would communicate. I wouldn't be, sometimes I think we overcorrect in relationships, and I do get a little bit of that here in this reading, right? So I always think that instead of overcorrecting and instead of being like, everybody's cheated on me, so I'm going to punish the next person, it's like, well, okay, that's not fair, number one. And number two, it's like we don't have to do that. You open your mouth hole, communicate with the other person, right? And say like, hey, this is moving very slowly. I feel like you're kind of, you actually don't want to be together, or you actually don't want to hang out, or you never want to meet me, or whatever's going on here. And I feel like this is saying if you communicate, then you can solve the problem quickly. If they don't give you a satisfactory answer, say that's not good enough. So I'm going to go find someone else. When you're ready, let me know. Call me, right? There you go. With the King, it's time for Pisces to grow some teeth. That's what's going on here. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Yep. I feel like this person, it's almost like, again, there could be like 3 people, 4 people that are all of a sudden coming at you here, Pisces, if you're looking for love. But I feel like one person puts in the effort. It's like one person like really makes things work. One person, and you have the Shark card. Can't make that up. Like one person I feel like really has a clear vision, and that's a person I would go for. You have this Eye card. It says psychic ability, trust your intuition. You don't trust a person over here. I feel it. I feel it in my bones, and I feel like you're right. So trust your intuition. Hey, that was kind of cool there, Pisces. There you go. Look at that. How's that for a thumbnail? Anyway, wrong eye. You have this Rabbit card. It says too much concern with sexual matters. Yeah, some of you could be dealing with a person like that. Again, I would be careful if you're dealing with a person like that. It's like maybe that's all they want, which is fine. No judgments here, right? But what I would say is if you want more, then I would be clear about that. And if they don't, then I would also listen. Like, trust me, I've done plenty of readings where people are like, my friend, that we're like friends with benefits, and they tell me that's all they want. But do you think they'll come around? I'm like, no, they told you exactly what they want, right? This is when we get into trouble, when we try to make these situations into something they're not. You have this Clouds card. It says temporary problems. No, it doesn't. There you go. So I feel like any issues or problems that you're having, you're going to be overcoming those things this month. You have the Shark card. It says take care or there will be loss of material wealth. Yes, definitely pay attention to your finances. It's like money is good, but as a Pisces, I totally get it. When money is good for Pisces, they spend it. And so I feel like this is saying, hold on to a couple of bucks. Put a couple bucks under your mattress or something. But also, I do feel like you're turning into a shark. You have the Short Journey card. Yeah, a lot of travel for Pisces this year, so wouldn't surprise me if you're traveling or moving or anything like that. But damn, Pisces, this is one heck of a reading, and it looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.